Even his profile picture is funny. Nima,
What's up?
how are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Man,
Where's
first
my
of all,
video?
yeah, let's click on that video button. Let's see that beautiful face.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What's
I,
up?
I see you're in that newly studio that you made a few months ago.
The dungeon, the
The,
ISIS
du-
dungeon. Yeah.
I was actually gonna say dungeon, but I didn't know if you want to kind of use that word. So,
Oh, hey, I use the worst words for it for sure. It is what it is.
hey man, first of all, thank you for making it, and sorry for a slight delay.
Oh, it's okay.
We have so much jam packed, and our superstars like you kind of made the thing pop for a second. So we just wanted to
Ah,
make a grand entrance for you.
right. Of course it did. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on in Toronto, man?
Not much, man. We're just here, still in lockdown. I'm in the middle of a move, actually, so it's just a lot of hectic things going on around here.
But staying in Toronto?
Yeah. We're staying in Toronto. Yeah, just like we're just going a little bit up north, so
Okay,
not too bad. Leaving the city a little bit, obviously, but
nice.
it'll be much quieter, much cleaner.
You, you
It'll be good.
you're gonna have another version of the dungeon though, or some variation of
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Actually, we might have even two dungeons. So
Uh
we'll see what happens, man. We're gonna set up a whole no makeshift studio there too. So
So what I wanted to share about first to anyone that's watching right now is that originally I kind of asked Nima to possibly do like a stand-up set, and I actually asked the same thing for Melissa and Maz Jobrani, and they all kind of like, they were like, I prefer to just kind of like talk, and I realized that wow, that's how much of an impact that this has had even on stand-up comedians. So Nima, like kind of share like why is it that it's just not the same, I mean, I know we can imagine it, but I guess you guys started for a little bit, but then you kind of realize that it's just not the same and you're shifting. Tell me about it.
yeah. So at first, I actually was taking some like virtual stand up shows and events and stuff like that. But then I slowly, immediately realized that it's not the same in terms of like because it kind of takes the 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 essence of the art form. It takes out of it because stand up comedy is meant to be live on stage in front of an actual audience of people that
Hmm.
are giving you laughs because when you're getting laughs in person, you feed off of that. You ride this wave, you ride this momentum, and you keep going, right? You add on to it. You can do some crowd work. You can like say something to this person, or you feel hot, right?
Yeah.
But you'll never get that on Zoom or anything online. I can't even see the people. I'm yelling into my laptop. I don't even know what's going on. So it doesn't even matter, right? And so now it's just become a monologue at this point,
Yeah.
which technically stand up is a monologue, but I'm saying it's kind of too literal in the sense of the word on Zoom, like virtual, doing virtual stand up. So it's just not the same, and it doesn't have the same effect. It's not really as fun at all.
Hmm.
It's actually not really that fun at all, to be honest. But it actually pays more than I've ever gotten paid on stage. So that's one good thing about it. But at the end of the day, it's not worth it for me in terms of like, I'm not doing it for the money anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy doing it. So why would I do it? I'm in this business to do what I enjoy and what I love and what makes
Yeah.
me happy. So it's something that is just not preferred.
And
And
and I, you know what? Sorry to cut you off, but I remember like when I was kind of watching your progress a year or two ago before we even connected, I just felt like you were just turning the corner before the pandemic of starting the whole stand-up comedy thing. I noticed you doing some stuff with like Kayvon and stuff. So like it literally like halted you as you were about to kick off this aspect of it, right? Because you kind of started off as a content creator, and then you're like, hey, you know what? I want to give the stand-up comedy. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong here.
no, actually, I started off with well, yeah, like I started off making YouTube videos before I started doing stand up, but my main thing was stand up for
Hmm.
most of the time up until the pandemic happened. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So like right now, like when do you foresee like starting that up again? Like what's going on in Toronto, and like how do you have like that path laid out?
Honestly, it's very unknown right now in Toronto and Canada in general.
Mhm.
But the states is looking pretty good right now. I'll go to Atlanta right now and do a full sold out show in front of every.
Dude, come to Miami, man.
Florida's even worse. Yeah,
Miami is too open. If
yeah,
I have to
I
say,
know. Yeah, exactly. If it's gonna be like this for the next couple of years, I can see myself coming down to the States, to be honest. At some point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not. At what point do I have to just do stand up? Because
Yeah.
after so long, I'm like, you're gonna get rusty. You're gonna lose your touch. So I don't want to. I don't want to have that feeling.
Yeah.
And the thing is, stand up is one of my main things that I love doing. So it's like, how much longer can I
Yeah.
not do it? So yeah, I mean, in Toronto and Canada, there's nothing going on, and I don't see it going on for a while, to be honest.
Are you guys able to like I don't know exactly how Toronto's doing, but like if you were to kind of get a place and you invited like 20, 30 people and like socially, like imagine like a rec center or something, 20, 30 people, would that even be allowed, or you guys aren't even able to do something like that? Because like I mean, you want to be able to generate some kind of money too, and also just you don't want to get rusty in this kind of stuff. Like you have to be on stage, you have to get stronger and better, So
Yeah.
is that something that you've kind of like thought about doing or something similar?
Yeah, well, if the restrictions kind of die down a little bit and they loosen up, maybe. But even that, it's because I actually did that a couple times in the summer when the restrictions were lifted a little bit.
Hmm.
You still have to social distance and like it was capacity, but I was doing outdoor shows, and it was still social distance, but it still didn't feel the same. It was nice, but
Hmm.
it's still not the true essence of what comedy is. And it's like not supposed to be done outdoors. It's supposed to be done indoors in a club, or in a theater,
Hmm.
with everyone sitting close to each other, dim lights, low ceilings, to give the whole essence of what stand-up comedy should be.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, like if the opportunity comes, obviously, yeah, I'll try to do stand-up. I guess I'll treat it as an open mic or something because I don't see me having a group of more than 10 people that I don't know.
Yeah.
If COVID's still happening, right? So we'll see what happens.
And then so like right now, are you just spending full time just trying to create content and just trying to build up your brand and literally just kind of grow followers? Because I mean, how much time can you invest in just creating content without having the type of work that can actually generate income for you? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, in a way I'm kind of lucky because stand up isn't like my only thing,
Hmm.
because I do a lot of different things. For instance, like obviously I do content online, which is also my main thing, but also uh, I'm an actor, so I do auditions, for TV and
That's right.
movies, right? So that's also one
I,
of
I
my
saw I saw you get killed in that one scene.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
boys season 2 premiere. Yeah,
Nice.
shout out the terrorist role. Yeah, yeah, nice typecast. But no, it is what it is. It's my first role, TV role, so I'm not even complaining. It was pretty cool,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's a really cool show, so I don't mind. But yeah, I mean, uh, you know, acting on its own is kind of sporadic in terms of income because it's like unless you book like a reoccurring role,
Hmm.
you don't know when you're gonna get paid, right, consistently. And
Right.
stand up though, yeah, like it was getting to a point where I can consistently kind of like I can see where it was going, and I could book a bunch of different things. I was planning on touring more and making some money doing what I want to do. But doing content online has actually helped me a lot, and I've had a chance to really double down on my content and my brand online,
Hmm.
and making it more quality, just better content, better material, more consistent. And it seems like it's working for me, and I've built a bigger and better audience throughout this whole year, which has been nice. And it was kind of a blessing for me, to be honest, when COVID hit, because not only did I focus a lot more on my career, but I got to focus a lot on my personal life, which I was neglecting pretty much my whole life. So in a way, I actually, I've had a great year in terms of all that stuff. So, um, when
Cool.
stand up comes back, that'll be incredible as well.
So is there one that you prefer to like do more in 5 years, 10 years? Would it be acting or would it be stand-up comedy?
Honestly, like all of them, they're all great. They're all great for me because I love them all equally. And I think they actually intertwine well with each other. Like they help each other out in terms of like me doing stand up on stage helps
Hmm.
helps my confidence with being good on my feet, and then also acting on camera helps me be more comfortable in front of a camera, and it translates into both art forms. So if I get a big role in a movie, then yeah, I'm obviously gonna go that path for that time being. But then I'll leverage that, and with the audience I build online, and through booking these shows and these gigs, I'd like to tour doing stand up so I can sell those tickets for people to come to my shows. So that, I mean, that's one of the main things.
So you mentioned like how like you consider COVID a blessing. Um, what is the one word of advice that you think that you could have based on what you learned from COVID as it relates to people who are trying to go into this field of comedy and acting and stuff? Is there one thing in particular that you're like, hey man, honestly, I learned this about it, and so if I had to do this all over again, this is what I would suggest.
Yeah, honestly, just now is the perfect time to just focus on yourself and just go hard on anything you want to work on that you have the time because you have the time. Right now, people have more time than ever to do things
Mhm.
that they never were able to do before, and that was what it was for me. And so what I did was just like, okay, well, I have all this time. I'm not going anywhere. So what do? I just okay, I can still do videos. So let me just go off and just bang out videos daily, and post literally daily videos 2 to 3 times a day. And yeah, like if that's obviously something that you want to do, that's great. But man, there's so many people who found like their true meaning in life throughout this time and their true passions and start to finally follow them rather than going to their random 9 to 5 job that they didn't like. Now they're now they're painters, now they're artists, or they're writing scripts. You know what I mean? Like I think it's very important to just like double down on something that you actually are passionate about during this time while you can, because when things get back to normal, who knows if they do? But if they do, you want to be ready to go, and who knows? Maybe you'll find a new career path, and ultimately you'll be happier. So I think everyone should just strive for happiness rather than money or other things.
So would you say that COVID like reconfirmed that this is your true passion and true path, or did it? Yeah, yeah, it seems like it did, huh?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Because even before I was happy doing what I was doing, but I never really had a purpose in terms of like I didn't really understand like where I was going. I didn't have a path. I didn't really. Um, I was kind of like just blindly moving forward, even though
Right.
I was doing what I wanted to do. But this pandemic made me realize that I need to sit down and actually analyze what's going on.
Hmm.
And now I have a clear vision of where I'm going and what I want to do and what I want and what I'm doing now. So yeah, it's
So speaking of what you're doing now, and obviously, you definitely in your content it shows how much you love what you do. How can other people support your craft? How can they support your passion? I know you have a podcast. I know you have like YouTube page and Instagram and stuff like. But in general, why don't you guide them to where they can follow you, where they can kind of see you, and just in general, like if there are certain projects that you're working on that like you're trying to get the word out and be like, hey guys, I would love for people in Toronto to hit me up for this kind of stuff. Like this entire Ready to Work Stream-a-thon is as much for you guys as it is for me and my team, and I just want to pass on these messages to everybody whenever we have guests. So tell people how they can support you.
Yeah, that's a great question. And a lot of people ask me this, and it's always the same answer for me. The best way to support anyone that's a creator or like comedian or actor or anything entrepreneur like this is just to share the work if that's possible. Sharing the videos that I post online is the biggest thing that will help me, and it helps me. It motivates me to keep going, and two, when I see the interest and the engagement, I can tell what works, what doesn't work, and it keeps me kind of like on top of my on top of the craft to make sure I'm making the material better, the content better every day, and also gets the word out. And the more eyes that see my stuff, the better for me in terms of, because I want to be an actor, right? I want to be stand up. I want more people who are in higher positions of power to see my talent and my hard work, so that maybe there's a project that they're doing later on in their life in the future, and they're like, oh, okay, oh, I saw this guy in Neema, like I want to put him in my music video, I want to put him in this, you know what I mean? So sharing the stuff really goes a long way. And I'm actually working on a TV show with my friend Austin right now that has potential to be pitched to big networks. And when
Nice.
that time comes, if you guys are following me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Neema Naz, we will be promoting that soon. And it would be awesome if people were there to support it, share it, because we're always trying to like up the game. And you know, the main thing that I take pride in is consistency in material and content, and like just I'm trying to entertain the masses as much as
Mhm.
possible, but also, you know, that makes me happy. So it's like it doesn't feel like work for me, which is nice, and that's all I want to do. And so if I can entertain people and I can inspire, that's my ultimate goal. And you know, if people want to share the stuff, that's a bonus. And yeah, I'm not. I never want to ask for money. I never want to ask for anything. I just want to provide as much value as possible
Yeah.
and give, and then you know, eventually, you know, things will pick up for me more and more, and I can do more. I can do more so people can see more. That's the whole goal.
Can we expect more cameos by your amazing mother?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. We're working on something big, me and my mom. No,
More,
but
more car rides.
yeah, definitely more car rides of her talking shit to me for sure. No, but yeah, we're you know, we're she. It's funny because at first when I first started to put her in the videos, she was always hesitant. She was like very shy. She's I was like, no, like don't put me on camera. Like I'm shy. I don't I don't like always like doesn't want me to like film her, but ever since I've started to gain a following, and she sees the comments every time I post a video of her.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk into her room sometimes, and she's like staring at her phone, scrolling through the comments, like. And like I catch her just like looking at the comments, and I was like, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I could look at what this person said about me, because like everyone loves my mom, right? So,
Yeah.
and then so you know, secretly deep down, she really enjoys it. So, I expect to see more videos with me and her.
She's definitely. If you could just kind of give your YouTube page. Oh, you did, or you gave your Neema Naz where they can follow you.
Yeah, I'm
And
on Neema Naz on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and yeah, and Twitch. You know, Neema Naz comedy. I'm streaming weekly, and I'm doing videos daily and weekly on YouTube and Instagram and
are
TikTok.
you
So
are you still doing your podcast actively?
yeah. So I'm actually I'm doing it's like a newer podcast with my brother called Straight and Curly,
Oh,
and we release 2 episodes weekly. It's you know it's straight because I have straight hair. He has curly hair, so we just came up with that name. But yeah, I'm doing it with him, and yeah, that's also weekly episodes.
perfect, man.
Yeah,
Well,
on him.
because of the crash, I wasn't able to play one of the funny segments that I had for you, but we're gonna
Oh
use
right,
it. We're gonna use it definitely later on to make people laugh down the road. But
yeah,
I really appreciate you coming on board, my man. I wish you nothing but the best, continued success. Keep on projecting all the love and laughter and positivity that you have. I'm a huge fan and supporter of you,
thank you.
and you know you're a great representation of an Iranian that's doing stuff in this industry. So keep it up, man. And I hope everybody that's watching follows you and gets all the laughs. And if they don't know Nima's mom, then that's a beautiful woman right there that needs to be also met virtually. So
Definitely.
take care, my man. And listen, man, if you ever come to Florida, know that Miami is a place that we can definitely work together having a little show.
Yeah.
We have a nice little thing, like a little garden. We can definitely, in a few months, have 20, 30, 40 people, like an exclusive show. Just
Okay.
talk to me. We'll make
I
something
will.
happen, man. It'll be fun.
Hey, 100%, man. I'm in. I'm in.
If
I'm.
if nothing else, come for the beach. You know,
Oh yeah.
We're right in South Beach, so you
Oh
know
man.
we'll have a
Oh,
great time.
I gotta make it happen, man. It's gotta happen for sure. Thank
All
you so
right.
much for having me, and good luck with the rest of the streamathon.